part of that memorable / great night or nights in the Champions League were owned by Chelsea and Arsenal. Big wins in their own right. Barcelona 3-0, Chelsea, Bayern Munich 3-1, Arsenal, and now we meet on Sunday. 6 points adrift of each other, first versus second. It's set up to be the biggest Arsenal-Chelsea game for probably since the FA Cup final, right?
Yeah, I would go along with that because I don't think we've ever been competing in the league at the same time in recent years. So
even in the league, it's probably FA Cup aside or Europa League aside, in the league, it's the biggest for probably a lot longer.
Yeah, because
probably like 2013. That was the last time you lot were actually going for 2013, 2014 when you were going for a title.
Yeah, when Tuchel was there, it was very early in Arteta's stint, wasn't it? Was it even Arteta? Was that overlapped? I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah,
it was Arteta. It was Arteta.
Yeah. So that was very early in. So,
but yeah, we're here, Matisse, man. I mean, you was already going into that direction, but the Barca win, big win. You probably want to touch on that first, and then I'll touch on the Bayern Munich game, and then we'll get into the Big Six game. The M.O.B. What are you saying over?
No, this is nice. You know, we don't usually start with my team. We usually leave them till last. It's nice to begin with this. I thought we'd start with the losers, but it's fine.
When you're playing the favorites, this is what happens, bro. So either take advantage of it and do something Sunday, or you'll be waiting a long time for this again.
And that right there is why we have to win that game. But hey, we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, listen, Barcelona, man, fair play to Maresca, because we're all thinking about the lineups and what is he going to do, and this guy doesn't even start a striker. He leaves them all on the bench, all three of them. None of them have been in form, I would say, in the recent months, weeks, injuries, lack of game time, lack of shots, whatever it is. So he's got Neto up front, and we absolutely pressed them to oblivion and just bullied them. They didn't get no joy in midfield. De Jong, I think they had Eric Garcia in there, which I couldn't quite believe. I thought it was a different Garcia. Then when I heard it was the centre-back, I said, raw, this is peak. And they really missed Pedri. But listen, we didn't have Palmer. So, you know, there was a couple injuries on both sides, but we did blam them. And yeah, they got a man sent off due to our great play. We were already creating chances by then. We were already having offside goals disallowed. Very tight calls, but it is what it is. Their line is very good. And we limited them. You know, Yamal didn't really get any joy. He had like one scuff shot. Cucurella did a great job. Lewandowski didn't really have no shots that I can remember. Torres missed a sitter, should have scored. And we were brilliant, man. Gusto, James, Enzo was brilliant this game. Gets so much stick, gets so much shit, but when he does turn it on, it's always big performances. This is why I rate my midfield so highly, because even when Andre Santos came on at halftime, he was brilliant, intercepting, tackling, starting the press, as he did at the weekend. Caicedo cruising, didn't even have to get out of second gear. That's a coasting performance for him. And Esteval, I mean, boy. Boy. This kid, I don't even think that was his best game in terms of like 0 to 90 or 0 to 85. Like, he's had better games in terms of constantly doing a madness. But that's the level he's set, where he doesn't even need to be having his best game to go and do that against Barcelona when it's literally star boy for star boy. This guy dribbles past two, 3 players using both feet. Even as a left footer, he's not shy to use his right foot with his touches, with his cutbacks, with his shooting. Absolutely roofs it. And Garcia, I think he's highly rated in Spain. You know, he got Player of the Year for Espanyol. We've been hearing a lot about him. Couldn't do nothing about it. And we honestly could have beaten them 5 or 6, to be honest. We had other chances we didn't take. We had bare offsides as well. Goals disallowed. And yeah, the defense, fair play to everyone in defense as well, because that's the only part of the team coming into this game I was concerned about. I knew we were going to score goals. I said like 3-2 or something. I knew he was going to score goals. We know that Barcelona's high line is crazy. They conceded 3 goals to Club Brugge, conceding goals against Celta Vigo and all these teams. But I just didn't know about the centre-backs. But fair play to Chalobah, Fofana. They were excellent. So listen, we needed that, man. We need to get ourselves back in a high. I think we would be second if we didn't drop to put points to Karabag. We would be second right now in the league phase. So could, you know, fine margins, but league, Champions League, it's looking good. And that's 9 wins out of the last 11. I think it's like 3 or 4 clean sheets on the trot. Team's building, slowly gathering some momentum. And I'm expecting them to carry that on at the weekend. So, and this is with still some big players to come back from injury, Palmer. So yeah, man, very, very happy. Very, very happy right now. was one of the very good nights at the Bridge. Atmosphere was apparently on a madness, and obviously Don was there, and it's not revenge for Barcelona because we kind of got that already with the Drogba thing, but that goes way back. So anytime you slap up Barcelona at the Bridge in a classic, you take it. You absolutely take it.
Everything's actually lined up for this, because you see what you just said about that your game. Could say the same about ours in a slightly different way. We should have 5-6-1 them in the end. In that second half, we had so many chances to bury them and put them away. In the end, we did. But we're talking about Bayern and Barcelona here. This is European juggernauts. We've both smoked them leading up to this man of the matches, Caicedo, Declan Rice. That Reece James Timber in form. Estevao, there's a little something there. Madueke, there's a little something there. Whether he starts or not, I don't know. There's a lot on this game. I can't lie to you. I watched your game, and you're right, Tobias. Regardless of banter aside and all that, you probably should have been 2-3 up before the red card. So
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit here and act like the red card was the reason you actually smoked them. You was all over them, and that's why the red card happened, because the pressure was, it was wave after wave. So it was impressive. It was impressive. I can't lie to you.
Yeah. My only concern with Chelsea is the two centre backs. I think that's the key, man. Like with Arsenal, they can bring in Hikapié, bring in Mascara. Chelsea, even though Fofana, I think he's been good. I can't lie to you. When he's fit, he looks good. I think Chalobah without the dreads, I can't lie to you, looks like a new man.
Chalobah.
Yeah, Chalobah.
He's
I
up
don't know,
there
man.
in recent weeks. Even tossing
Chalobah's
against Burnley,
his
he played
game.
well.
Yeah, man.
Chalobah's definitely up to his game.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. But with them, there could be a bozo moment in there. With Arsenal, I don't see that bozo moment. I don't see that kind of like, you know what I mean, bro? Whereas Chelsea, if there's maybe a red card, if there's maybe a lack of discipline involved, that's where I believe Chelsea will be on stock. Going forward, I still think there's quality there in terms of what they've got in midfield, but it's defensively. I just look at the two centre backs. You know what I mean? Sanchez, to be fair, it's been all right, actually. We're not even talking about.
I was going to message Matisse. I was going to say, yo, you've been cussing down this keeper, bro.
Yeah, but he's rightly so.
Rightly so. Rightly so.
His distribution is wicked.
No, this season I haven't cussed him, because this season he's been very good. The only bad game he had this season was against Man United when he got sent off in 10 minutes.
Confident, calm keeper.
Look, people have cussed left, right, and centre. Goalkeeper, the centre backs,
the wingers.
The wingers.
I don't trust the wingers. I'm sorry. Apart from Estevao.
To trust these guys, they gotta keep this up. Like it's like Steve said, you can have those spurts. This is a good run, really good run we're on, but it doesn't count for anything if you lose to Arsenal. You follow it up with a couple dodgy results over the Christmas period, and then we're back in fourth like we were last season, and we're talking about top 4 battle again. So I want to see if first of all, we need to beat Arsenal, and then we need to make sure in the Christmas period we carry on this run. So then by January, New Year, we can still sit here and say we're in conversations, and then we can start saying our revision, like opinions on players and whatnot. But until then, just praise and isolation.
What we can say though, maybe 2 of the best managers now in terms of tactically in the league right now. I know Pep Guardiola, but if you look at Maresca, the big games, I mean,
he's a good manager. He's a good manager.
Yeah, he's a good manager.
He gets a lot of stick because he does weird shit.
Yeah.
With Chelsea sometimes. So I do think some of the stick is justified because he's doing weird things that he doesn't need to do. But I think if you look at how he coaches Chelsea, fundamentally, we've seen them be dogged defensively under him. We've seen them press really well under him. We've seen them go at serious teams that you would consider superior to Chelsea at home as well. I think he's got the minerals to be there long term. He just needs to be a bit wiser in some of the decisions he takes. When to play Estevao, maybe not putting Enzo Fernandez in the 10, not doing this weird shit where you're playing Gusto in the midfield when you got the likes of Andre Santos there chilling. Like there are weird things he does with his team that probably makes some of the Chelsea fans I speak to question him, right? And then of course the form that they had last year was shaky, but I think he's a good manager, man. I think he's flexible.
I think he's done a top job considering Chelsea were a circus 2-3 years ago, right? With the transfers and everything else, players. I think he's been given a very tough job to stabilize Chelsea because we were talking about how unstable Chelsea were from top to bottom. I think he's done a fantastic job. I know I hate Chelsea and we have laugh and a joke and a banner, but Maresca. Yeah,
I
he's
think
done
what it is, Chris, so he believes he's the Chelsea manager. You see, with Potter, didn't
job.
really believe his hype. He actually believes his hype. You know, listen, he did a bad mistake against United, taking them substitutions off, but he did it. You get me? So it's like he kind of believes his own hype, which is good. He's made some big decisions, took players out when they needed to take them out. Like I like them people. At least when you know you're a Chelsea, because that's a tough job, you know, man. When you got
It's
the
a mad
fans,
job.
it's
It's a mad
toxic.
job.
He got players in
you know?
that knew him and they loved him, they trusted him.
Yeah.
People
Yeah, but
like
Steve,
Cole
he needed
Palmer, he
you know
needed his
how-
own men in the dressing room. He needed his own men in there. Remember me saying years ago in the Big Six when Arteta got rid of a Banyaman, and I said it was the best thing he could have done because he'll bring players in that now finger, and he got Zinchenko in and Jesus and all that. And I said because if there's any unrest in the dressing room, they will pull them players aside and say, "Hold on a minute, he's not like that. We know him from City. He's this." And Maresca's the same. You get half a dozen in your squad that know you and trust you, who are going to walk through brick walls for you. The squad chemistry just changes straight away. Because if you've got, well, we might touch on it with Liverpool. In my opinion, I think some of this is going wrong at Liverpool. I think there's a chemistry problem there somewhere. But what I'm saying with Chelsea is Maresca was teed up for that job. He was very underrated. He only had that season in the Championship. He took on one of the biggest clubs in England. And you got to give him credit. He never looks like he's flapping. You put him in front of the cameras, even when he's under pressure, and he doesn't say anything mad where you think, nah, he's crumbling, this guy. It's pretty cool. And, you know, he went into the summer. He won that World Club Cup thing where everyone was laughing, saying, no, they're not going to win it. And he went and won it. So you got to give him a bit of credit. And like you say, you know, he's got the players. No one's giving him this underdog fucking sympathy vote. So we're not going there because we know what they've spent and everyone else would be ripped apart from it. But you've got to give credit where credit's due because he's there and he's doing the job. So we'll see how it goes on Sunday. And like you say, I'm excited for the game. I think it'll be very interesting tactically how they both line up. Declan Rice, Caicedo in the midfield. You know, they're going to lock horns in there. And yeah, man, sit back and watch it and enjoy it.
Do you think we've done a good job, Chris?
It'll be spicy. I don't think they're gonna. We've definitely done a good job hyping up the game. We want to hear from these two. But
this is gonna be good, man. This is good.
On the title stuff, I need to see them. For me, it's a seeing is believing.
No, there's no title stuff.
No, that was the question asked by Turkish. Like, do you lot think this is serious?
Yeah.
And I'm saying for me, seeing is believing. Because on paper, I still don't think they got a squad that's capable of going the distance. So I need to see them in the mix like they are right now.
What if it's a convincing win, Toms? What if they actually smash Arsenal?
It's still too early. I'm sorry. I can't see that happening.
Do you know what? Yeah, I actually have no issue with this because I've seen Chelsea under Tuchel, under Lampard last season, top of the league, 3 of these campaigns probably, and then mid-December. And then we come mid-January and no one's talking about the title race Chelsea-wise anymore. So we have to prove ourselves. That's facts. We do. There's no one needs to put us up there and say we're going to be there. No one needs to buy the hype. It's just credit where it's due. And that's why I agree with Maresca. That's why I've never been close to Maresca out, because even though he has these bozo moments where he does make some mad decisions, sometimes the gusto midfield thing works against Liverpool. Sometimes the Neto striker thing works against Barcelona. The guy has big ideas, and maybe this is getting this from Pep because he was at City, crazy managers. But when they work, they really work, and he deserves credit for that. But in terms of Chelsea, they haven't been in a title race since 2017. So, and for me, title race, you need to be accumulating mid 80 points, 80 points. If you didn't accumulate 80 points, it's highly unlikely you were serious. And Chelsea have not accumulated that many points since 2017. So. Bruh, this team, they're gonna have to step past a lot of man. Kante's, under Sarri's, and Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho and Havertz and Werner. Bruh, it's bare man that couldn't do this, and they were a lot older. So I'm looking forward to it, man. It's a big game.
So what would you say then? Would you say the pressure is on Arsenal to not make this, silly and get everyone else excited, or is it for Chelsea to kind of make a statement? Then what are we saying, man? That we saying it's on Arsenal.
Arsenal just need to get something.
It's Chelsea.
Even a point. They'll be happy with a point. He did
Chelsea-
one
Chelsea-
point.
Chelsea,
If
I
Chelsea-
don't know if
Chelsea-
Chelsea, have you not seen the way
Chelsea-
Matisse has been gassing up this team?
Forget me.
Yeah,
If Chelsea want to go for the league, then the pressure's on Chelsea. They have to win. You can't go 9 points behind. I don't even think you really should be 6
But
points.
we're not going to say anything though. We're not going to say like, oh, you bottle the title race and that.
No,
and then
I know you're not, but
It's not
you get
that.
it. Like,
but
you're not
that's
gonna
not
say
that's not the
That's not the
point.
point.
Like for me,
You
for
reckon?
me, the point for me is that we should be in a title race. I said that at the start of the season, and I think we're capable. If everyone, obviously Colwell, Palmer's massive misses, but if everyone's on point, they've already shown against big teams what they're capable of. So now it's just about consistency, which obviously, being the youngest team in the league and whatnot, and bare transfers and lack of preseason, Club World Cup, red cards, whatever you want, that's all playing a part. But again, I'm not really trying to make excuses. I think they're capable of being involved, and that's why I predicted them second. So they need to do it. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I think the pressure for Arsenal is not as much for me. If Arsenal get a draw against a team that are second after gaining 3 points on City and Liverpool the previous weekend, forget City and Liverpool's results. They just gained 3 points on both of them. They don't need to win this game. If they do, it's a madness.
I still think they need to win the game, but it's not catastrophe if they get a draw. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I wouldn't
win the game.
Not even close, bro. It's chill. If they draw, bro, they literally
need
just
to win
keep
the
it
game.
stepping, bro. They literally keep it
I
stepping.
they would love to win this,
They
extend
would
the
love
lead.
to, but then they got
You know
no,
what I mean?
they got no natural striker, and they're going away from home to Chelsea, and they've already got a gap at the top after
Yeah.
capitalizing on everyone dropping points. They don't need to win this game.
Well, you
The
said it's a
point will
free.
do them fine.
You saying it's a free hit in that?
No.
That's not what I said. I just said a point will do them fine.
Because I don't think I think a loss is
Yeah, a loss is not good.
it's not good. I think I wouldn't take a draw now, but come 90 minutes,
that's what I was gonna say.
he's right.
Yeah.
If it's a draw, it's a draw. Like, yeah, but bear in mind, it would have been after this game. It would have been Anfield, St James Park, Old Trafford, Stamford Bridge, 4 away
Exactly.
grounds that are out of the way in the first 13, and we're top of the league, regardless of what happens Sunday. But a loss, because that brings them 3 points in. If City win their game as expected, that we would have started the game on Sunday. What, back to 4 points in front of City. So you don't want that. You don't want a loss happening. Basically, the point will take it if that's the way it ends up to be. Because Chelsea, there's a bit about them. It's the battles for me. I think we were mentioning Caicedo, Rice. That's key.
Yeah.
I think Saka Cucurella's key as well. That battle's often spicy, and Cucurella's on form as well. And just generally Arteta, Maresca, first, second. Yeah, because a lot of people in the chat, when I mentioned Madueke, they was like, "What? There's a little something with the Madueke thing because he's ex-Chelsea. He's probably going to start or play some part now. Trossard's injured, and he just scored a goal against Bayern Munich. So
For me, I said it just after the international break. I said I want Esteval to start 2 of the 3 games. I'm fine with him not starting Burnley because it's South America, the trips. Well, not even, it wasn't even playing South America, but I get it. Burnley. If you're resting him like you rested Caicedo and you're resting him for Barca, you're saving him for Barca and Arsenal. Fantastic. He is managing Esteval brilliantly, but at the same time, this is a massive game, and I don't think we can afford to say, Neto's been good recently, to be fair, and Garnacho and Gittins, they are starting to contribute in mini moments, but we can't afford to not go with our strongest team from a quality perspective against Arsenal and say, don't worry, in the 60th minute we'll bring on Esteval. What? This is Arsenal. This is not Wolves. Do you know what I mean? So if start Esteval in this game and don't play him against Leeds if that's the case.
Did he come off early? Did he come off early?
He came off. Yamal came off, and then he came straight off.
That was nasty.
So it was like the 84th, 5th minute, something like that. So
he ain't starting.
Listen, I don't know. He might start, he might not. But for me, I would start him. Just purely because he's our best attacker, I think.
Any chance Palmer comes back?
Nah.
I think he'll be on the bench. I don't think he start. But there was pictures of him on grass and training, so he might. I'll wait for the press conference tomorrow. He might be on the bench, but I don't think Palmer's not starting this game. There's too much energy and physicality and all that tax that's going to be in this. It's too. Yeah. It could even be nasty. You never know. Tackles might be flying in. You can't be starting Palmer.
I wouldn't mind a bit of that, man. Why not?
I want to say, bro. I want to see it, bro. I love it. Every time we play Tottenham, bro, we go crazy, and then when we play you, it's like it's lacking that same aggression and animosity. So it needs to be there. But I think the bridge is going to be on a madness as well. So it should
everyone Chelsea here then on Sunday.
Nah, I'm a neutral.
For me, I need Chelsea to win.
Me. Right now, I'm Chelsea, but
we know you. Man. Every week is something different.
If they lose, boy, he's getting.
You eat anyway. You're eating regardless anyway.
That's what I'm saying. I'm eating, bro. Because he's
whatever. I've been in the hot seat for 3 weeks straight. Actually, 3 months straight.
Yeah.
3 months straight. I've not seen my team win. So now I'm eating, bro. Doesn't matter who wins. I'm eating.
I'm gonna leave it side.
Crazy.
He has no problem with City remaining 7 points behind, is what he's saying.
City need to put their ideas up, bro.
The last mob, he changed his mind 3 times in 5 minutes. 3 times in 5 minutes, the last mob, he changed his mind. Remember at the end, his head was gone.
Yeah, but this we need this game, man. I think it's got the makers of a blockbuster game. I can't lie, because it's literally a 6-pointer basically, isn't it? Like Arsenal win, they go 9 clear, 3 points. It's mad. The implication. That's why for me, I'm like, even though we'll put our predictions that a draw would be boring, but listen,
a draw would be very dull.
It would be dull, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need something, man. We need some sort of, storyline.
But there's been a lot of draws in this game at Stamford Bridge recently. So
yeah.